Recording in progress.
Recording in progress. All right, yo. So, just to start this, like with this of going right in, I told you before the pod I was going to Chick-fil-A to get everybody dinner or whatever. Yeah. Well, get Adrian dinner, and I got like something small. She got the 4-piece chicken finger meal with fries, and she also got a side of macaroni and cheese and a strawberry shake, and she's doing it up, right?
Damn, that sounds delicious.
I ordered from the app so that I can just get there and pick it up.
Yeah.
Did that. Successful. Got there, pick it up. It's Chick-fil-A. So, you know, my pleasure and all that stuff. Get the food, get home. It's a Chick-fil-A meal, chicken strip meal. They forgot the chicken strips. I got the fries and the shake and the sauces and the macaroni and cheese. They forgot the strips.
The main item that you get in that meal.
Yeah.
It causes all the other items to come with it as sides. They forgot. Damn.
I'm so pissed off, yo. So I got myself like a sandwich. So I just gave her the sandwich.
So you just didn't eat?
No. Which is on brand because we're recording the podcast today.
I was going to say,
of course I don't eat. Of course.
It makes sense that this was going to happen. I probably should have messaged you to make sure you get 2 sandwiches just in case something like this would have happened. But
it's
damn,
like
man.
it's like, how do you forget that?
Listen, man.
You're Chick-fil-A too. Like I trust you enough to remember things. Y'all are like supposed to be the goody two shoes fast food. You know, besides like, all right. not
goody
like,
two shoes healthy for you homophobic chicken.
Yeah, no, like the besides the headlines.
Yes.
The workers, the staff is supposed to be you're supposed to remember things. And be nice to you. But anyway, which leads me to asking you, what is the biggest fast food fuck up you've ever experienced that happened to you?
I mean, honestly, it might have been recently. I've been ordering from Wendy's a lot because I'm done with Taco Bell as like a whole. So I'm like, I'll just get Wendy's chicken sandwiches because, you know, like they're probably the most superior chicken sandwiches. Like if I'm going for a chicken sandwich, I know I want a chicken sandwich, I'm going to Wendy's like off the rip.
Okay.
Just because I know it's going to be good. As opposed to like Chick-fil-A where it's like hit or miss, Burger King where it's like hit or miss getting food poisoning, and then McDonald's, which is just shit in my opinion. I think McDonald's is terrible. That being said, I ordered their new Italian chicken sandwich thing back when that came out. Like the marinara and the brick of fucking mozzarella that you definitely shouldn't eat. And I get my order and I had like a bunch of shit on there too. So I was like nuggets, fries. I want like an absorbent amount of sweet and sour sauce that is kind of just like a weird amount. Just give me like all of it. And what else did I get? Fuck. I also ordered an oatmeal bar because I had that one time from there. It's just like a little fucking chewy granola bar. It has raisins and shit. I like raisins now apparently. So I'm like, fuck yeah, let me get that too.
Okay.
And it shows up and I open the bag and it's just the complete wrong order entirely. Because like I got it from Grubhub and it's like a fucking, what's their like the Dave's double, whatever it's called.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the American cheeseburger with like fucking stacks of extra lettuce and shit. Like the fries were like terrible and shit. And they gave me a chocolate chip cookie instead of my oatmeal bar. So I'm like,
they didn't even try.
Yeah, I was like, this is either clearly someone else's order or they just threw something in a bag and said, here you go, to the Grubhub driver when they showed up. Because this was after about, I think it was like an hour and a half of waiting. And I had already talked to the Grubhub driver because he texted me like, hey, I just showed up. I went to the drive-thru and they're saying that they're short staffed, so they won't be able to make your meal for another like 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to cancel the meal then. I don't want to hold you up because you got shit to do, you know, Mr. Grubhub driver. And I was like, cool. And I contact them and they gave me the runaround for the full 30 minutes it took to make the food when I was trying to cancel the order in the chat. I was like, I need you to cancel this because the driver said it's going to take a while because they're short staffed. And then the guy's like, hold on, let me call the restaurant. And I'm like, they're short staffed. They're not going to answer their fucking phone. And then I'm waiting like 3 minutes. And then the fucking person in the chat's like, for some reason, I wasn't able to get in contact with the Wendy's at question. I'm like, it's almost like I fucking told you that, you stupid. And I know you're just going through procedure, but it's like, that information should have been like, oh, I can skip this step. I can check this box.
I have more information than you.
Exactly.
Like, at the ready.
And then I'm like, okay, cool. Well, and then they're like, your food's going to be there in another 20 minutes. Are you okay to wait or do you want to cancel it? And I'm like, well, now you got me feeling bad because you've held the driver here this whole time. And then the driver's just like, I'm just going to stick around. So I feel even worse. This motherfucker could have been making money doing like 2 other deliveries. And then I finally get the order and it's the burger. And like all that shit
from beginning to end.
And I contact fucking customer service again. Luckily I got a different person though. And they were like, oh, we're so sorry for your experience, blah blah blah. I'm like, fuck you. And I'm like, the last person was a dummy. This was the situation. Please compensate your driver for wasting an hour and a half on this order that I tipped him $3 because I'm not like with it like that, Grubhub. You can be with it like that with his bank account, please and thank you.
Right.
So yeah, plus it was the wrong order. No offense to the guy, but it's like, it's not his fault, but I'm not gonna tip you if
I got the wrong shit.
Yeah. So that was a thing. And then I got Domino's and got food poisoning.
So it was no win for you.
No. It was a lose all around. Yeah. It was a bad time.
Jesus. So. That qualifies. That's pretty bad. It's a bad experience.
Yeah. I feel like I'm getting close to being done with fast food though.
I mean, at this point I couldn't blame you.
Yeah.
I think the worst experience I had was, this is a long time ago. I think I was still living at my mom's. I was like a teenager. And I had to be, I don't know, 15, 14, something like that. And we went to KFC and went through the drive-thru. And at the time they had some kind of chicken sandwich. And I got the chicken sandwich. And I got home and we took the food out the bag. And I get my chicken sandwich. I'm like, this feels kind of light, whatever. I open up the chicken sandwich. It is 2 buns, all the toppings, no chicken. What is up with my history in fast food and not getting chicken? This episode is called No Chicken.
Oh, man. Damn. I mean, technically it is because I didn't get my chicken either. Fuck.
No chicken.
No chicken. Podcast title so damn soon. Hell yeah.
My mom was sitting there like, what do you mean you didn't get chicken? She's like, it's a chicken sandwich. I was like, I'm just as lost as you. Like,
KFC did the thing to your mom that she does to you where she's like, we have chicken at home. KFC's like, y'all have chicken at home. Here's the toppings. Yeah, you know. You have all of the secret spices of the KFC.
Like, listen, if we want to play the stereotype game here, if I'm just looking at you, you got chicken at home. You'll be fine. I'm like, you're right, but that's not the point.
I begged my mom to come here. You know how many times I hear that we have chicken at home?
Right.
God damn.
Another thing, you're like,
I hate that shit.
You're like a younger teenager, so it's like, I'm not balling. I don't have any fucking money. So then it's over. In one of those moments, it's like your mom's treating you to fast food. It's like, all right, great. And that's what happened.
That was always something that annoyed me when I was a kid, when it was like, we would drive past somewhere and I'm like, actually hungry. And I'm like, hey, can we get that? Because we're driving past it. And my mom would be like, we have food at home. And I'm like,
that's not what I didn't ever question there being food at home.
Yeah. And it's also like, I'm not asking for food. I'm asking for a specific food in which, if we want to break it down to brass tacks, we don't have a quarter pounder with cheese at home. Ma, sorry.
I can whip that up for you.
No way. She doesn't know how to use seasoning.
She's got all the spices.
Yeah. a little Ritalin on that burger and fucking
Aspirin.
goddamn. Yeah, I fucking brined the burger in Pepto-Bismol overnight. What do you want from me? Like,
This dripping pink burger.
yeah. Oh yeah, I fucking fried I toasted the buns with some. We didn't have olive oil, so I just used NyQuil.
Jeez.
That's my fucking asshole. But no, it was just one of those things where it's like, if I'm like, I want chicken nuggets, and I say I specifically want that. We have that at home. Sure, get it, understandable. But if I'm specifically saying I would like this thing that is made by this specific people, I'm hungry. Don't give me the we have food at home. Just say no as of that point.
Right.
Like that's better to me. Like if you would just want to say no, cool. I have no argument there. I don't need to ask why. I will ask why because I'm a child in this scenario. But in theory, I don't need to. But don't tell me we have food at home when you can't fucking put spices on a piece of chicken like KFC does.
It as a parent now, I kind of get it.
Oh, I get it. I'm
As a
just like, bruh.
But no. Like, it's still flawed because as a kid, you're like, I never said there's no food at home.
Yeah.
I just want this thing.
Exactly.
As a parent now, it's just like, I spent all this money on groceries. You're gonna eat some fucking food in the house.
But here's the thing.
But that's not how they communicate it.
It's true.
But then you're a kid, so you're not even thinking in those terms.
But my brain is like, if my mom had said that to me when we were kids, or like, and either of my parents had said that when we passed like a fucking McDonald's, and they were just straight up like, we just got groceries, so we spent money on groceries. We're not going to spend money on fast food. Like if that was just said to me,
all you could
like,
do is just be mad. Like,
out,
I guess
I wouldn't even be mad. I would just be like, oh, logical.
Mm-hmm.
Even in child brain, I would assume as well. Even if I wanted whatever toy the McDonald's man would give to me. But still, goddamn.
There's food at home, kid.
Are you going to make me a milkshake, Mom? Are you going to make me a Frosty to go with my fries? Oh, wait, we don't have fries. Or a Frosty maker. Looks like our ice cream machine's broken, too.
Can't win.
Yeah. That would be the best. It's like, Mom, can I get a McFlurry? No, we got a McFlurry at home. Get there. Sorry, ice cream machine's broken.
Can we go back to the store? Sorry. No.
Nah, we got home. We already gas.
Yes, and adult words. You don't understand. Whatever.
Go read a book. Fuck
Right.
you. God damn.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our fast food segment. What are some fast food fuck ups that have happened to you?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Fast food fuck ups. That's a good
We'll talk about
for
this.
something.
Well, damn, this wasn't even a good Patreon. But it wasn't. So tell us your fast food fuck ups and we'll talk about it on the show next time. Open the show with your fast food issues.
Hell yeah. Is it time to start the show?
It's time to start the show.
Start it. That's me yelling at slightly in the future Ant when he edits this in
Falling asleep, hungry.
45 minutes away.
Started.
Yeah. Wake you back up just so you don't miss anything, you know?
Yeah.
I think it is you this week.
It is me. What's our time right now? So I know where exactly.
13 minutes,
13
40
minutes.
seconds.
All right, cool.
For me, I started recording a little bit after you.
Well, I just need general area.
Yeah.
There it is.
Gotcha.
Level up, gamers, and welcome back to Save Before Quitting. I go by the name of Ant, and this is my co-host right here.
Chris.
I'm scared. That is Chris, I guess. Welcome to Save Before Quitting. It's a good time, a good show. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Save letter B number 4 quitting. If you want to find us on those places. Titty. Shout out to the Titty Gang. Save Before Quitting, all the way spelled out at gmail.com. If you would like to email us with any and everything, we are there to receive your electronic mailings.
Yeah. We just got
Save
one
for
from
quitting.
Amazon.
Hmm?
We just got an email from Amazon.
We did.
Yes. With our $10.99 from Twitch.tv
Oh,
for taxes.
shit. We are big boys now.
All
So
those
to speak.
15-cent sound effects. So,
All added up to all of succumb to this. This is where we are now.
Yeah. In this digital space, where are we now?
Right.
I can change that. I'll edit us. I don't want to do this. I have to edit this tonight. I was gonna like fucking take our faces and like put us in different situations and shit just for funsies, but now I'm just like, this is not a good idea.
We gotta start doing this Tuesday or Wednesday once life allows it. savebeforequitting.com. Join us there where the merch is. Go get some cool merch.
Hell yeah.
Coolest of merch is there, I promise you. Also join the Discord. Please join the Discord. Have you joined the Discord yet? I'm giving you a moment to join the Discord.
Pause the video. You're back.
You've joined it now. I assumed you joined it because you're a man or woman of your word, and you said you would, or my word, because I said you should. Patreon. We have been hitting
shit on
Patreon over the head this month to make up for last month, but it's funny, great, good, interesting content that you and yours would enjoy listening to. Our most recent one, it's not
comes out the same day as today because I didn't do it last night, so it's there right now.
So
go check it out.
Our most recent episode that is apparently dropping when this drops, we do a Cartoon Network tier list,
which we thought was going to be quick,
which it was not.
So we could do other tier lists that we talk about at the very beginning about doing.
Yeah,
and then do not.
Those are coming up. It was a good time.
Oh yeah,
I'd say 90% smoothly.
Yeah,
10% when we went back and forth, and it was the only time.
I'm curious to see
we have good taste.
What people say though about like our two separate takes that were like, because each of us, while all of our like actual rankings like are very similar, I would say like we had to average a couple of them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There were two specifically that each of us loved very, very much that the other hated with a burning passion.
Yes,
which is hilarious because you'll never guess what they are either.
Yeah, they're not what you think, and they're neither one of them are like the definition of Cartoon Network. They're not like huge shows in the history of the show. Like one of yours might be.
Mine might be.
Yours might be. Yours might be.
I feel like you just had a disdain for that show.
I feel like yours is, but not as big as the other shows that came out around that show.
I don't disagree with that statement, but that still doesn't change my opinion on the fact that it was a good show. Go watch the episode. You'll see.
I'm not trying to change your opinion.
Once the episode's posted, it'll be in the Patreon Discord as well. So join the Discord. Then you get access to the Patreon chat, which is a secret chat.
Yeah.
Secrets.
A lot of fun goes on in that chat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as always, Chris, we start with what did you play this week?
I did not play much, to be honest. I haven't been able to play as much as I wanted to. Last week on Figure Friday, I played a little game called FPS Chess with Ryan for a bit. It is a very, very, very low budget game over on Steam that is free to play. The basic gist of it is chess, straight up and down. It's a chessboard, 2 players, it's online. You can invite people to a room, blah, blah, blah. But you start playing chess, and as you make your moves, when one piece comes into contact with another to overtake it or something like that, you go into a first-person shooter game.
That's hilarious.
As a piece. the pawn has like a musket, and each piece has their own special abilities, 2 per one. And I'm not going to go through every single one. But it was very fun. I was really bad at the chess because I've never played chess. I never learned how to play chess. I still technically haven't. But that being said, I was victorious.
Good.
A decent bit of the time. I think Ryan got 1 or 2 in on me of like full games. But my first person shooter proficiency really carried my ass in this shit when he would be using like, I think it was like a knight. I think it was the knight that had the bow and arrow.
Right.
And I was a pawn, and I would beat him as the pawn. It's like randomly, like I'm just hitting shots. It's nothing special. It's not like, oh my god. But it was very much like, this is not how chess works. There was even one point where I was like, so first person shooter aside, Ryan, am I actually playing the chess game like good? Just like in my mind, I was like, what if I'm just like playing this game by accident well, right? Yeah. And he's like, oh no, you fucking suck. You should have lost like 3 turns ago, but you haven't because you've killed me with your pawn.
Shots, yeah.
Yes, so that was very humbling to say the least. I also just thought it'd be funny if I was just like a savant for like chess, and I just fucking knew.
Like, oh, I'm good at
Ryan
chess.
was just like, why is he fucking so good?
Oh, all this time I've been great at chess. I just needed a gun in my hand.
That's all you need.
Fast forward, like a quick smash to Chris sitting like in a park at one of those like chess where the professional chess players play. Just playing it, but holding a rifle and winning.
Do you really want to take that pawn with your knight? Because I think I'll win this fight.
No, I just imagine for some reason the gun gives you just mad chess knowledge. So you're holding it, you're just moving shit. Like,
hell yeah. That's a good anime plot. Where it's like you just show up with like an open carry gun at a chessboard, and the gun is sentient and connects to you and just tells you how to play chess.
The gun just tells you how to play chess.
It's like a person. It's like a real, like the gun. It's like High on Life. Like the gun talks to you, but like only you can hear it in your head because you're just like hearing voices and just like knight to 8-5. Well, I don't know how the fuck chess works.
If we didn't already have a title, the title would be Guns, It's like a person.
I don't know if that would get us on the right side of
I wouldn't.
Of video game social media. But yeah, it was a fun time. I don't think we'll be playing it too often. I want to play it with you for like a quick video or something just for fun. There is controller support, so you can use controllers if you'd like. But
I would like.
I am a keyboard and mouse shooter guy now, and I don't think I'm ever going to go back to controller, unless it's like Fortnite, which is different. But that being said, I haven't played much Fortnite, and I wanted to get back into it because there's some updates for the season that just came out, including a bird, like a robot bird. Yeah, that's like a new item in the game where you can kind of like just throw it like a, like one of those toy planes you get as a kid that were made out of styrofoam and broke instantly. And you just throw it up in the air, and like you can use it to like scout out ahead and like ping enemies and shit. But dope. You can also use it to pick up your teammates if they go down. And when I say pick up, I don't mean like revive them. I mean literally tractor beam, pick their dead body up off the ground and then fly it over to like your teammates and drop him where he can get rezzed, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty neat. I saw a quick TikTok of it today where one of the people was down and they had gas cans in their inventory, which like you can use to fill up cars and whatnot, but you can also like shoot it and blow them up. And he was down, and someone flew in from his team as the bird, picked him up and put him in the middle of all of the other team. And then before the other team thirsted him and made all the items go everywhere, he dropped the fire hydrants from his inventory as opposed to, them falling out. Because if they fall out, then they're just like an item that's highlighted.
People can just get,
Yeah. So since he dropped them from his inventory while he was down, they all are just around his body.
Oh, that's perfect.
And then they shoot at him to thirst him, hit the gas cans, and then 5 gas cans kill the whole entire other team.
That's so good. He had to feel so good about that.
Oh yeah,
That's so
I saw that and
satisfying.
I was like, damn, dude, that was dirty, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Dirty, but I liked it. Podcast title.
I like that, Dirt.
That's for
That is a good
Patreon,
title.
probably.
Dirty, but I liked it. People are like, oh, what's this one about? And then it's just that story. Like,
just
oh.
talking about Fortnite.
Yeah.
Speaking of shooters, though, I have been playing Overwatch relentlessly. I might even be playing it after we're done here, to be honest with you, and while I'm waiting for the audio version to be edited and whatnot. And yeah, man, I got all of my roles in like competitive, like tank, support, and damage to be at silver now, so that next season when it starts, I can at least have the baseline of silver, and then if I play really well in my placements, it might give me gold, and then I can work my way up. But I've been playing well, to say the least, as Widowmaker, the sniper. It's funny because I'll go from one night dropping like 40 to 42 kills, like 40 to 50, I think. I don't know why I said 40. 40
to 42.
It's just a three number. Well, I play three numbers if you look, whatever. Anyway, yeah. But like 40 to 50 in that range. I think I hit 50 once, but not this week. I've been in that range this week, and I'm like getting like no deaths, but like we're winning and we're just fucking kicking ass. But it's like every other day.
Yeah.
So it'll be like Monday, pop the fuck off, King. That's me, last name and such. And then Tuesday comes around and it's like, oh, you wanted to play Overwatch? Fuck yourself. And then
you will
just,
not.
I just lose every fucking game. And like I'm even at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm not doing well as Widow. Let me switch off to someone else, and I still fucking suck. And I'm like, what the hell happened to me?
I was the man the other day.
I was literally the man yesterday. Then Wednesday comes around and I hop in and I'm fucking popping off again. And I'm like, okay, we need to understand this better. I should just not play every other day is what this is.
Damn, homie. On Monday, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you?
I don't know. I did lose a lot of sleep, but that's beside the point.
Aren't we all always losing a lot of sleep?
Honestly, yeah. Plus, I'm like texting people now. Like I text people now more than I ever have, which is crazy to me because I'm not a texter. I'm not that kind of person. But I'm like just constantly. I was up till fucking 3 o'clock one morning, and I was like, "Bruh, what have I done to myself?" And then on fucking Wednesday, I wake up and I'm like, I think I should just, call it. We're gonna call it and just off a bridge real quick because I can't.
I was the same way Wednesday. I think that was the day after we did the Patreon.
Oh yeah,
Wednesday all day at work. I'm working. I'm just like, yo, I'm so tired.
I was dead, dude, and I still kind of am. I'm trying to recover a bit sleep wise, but we'll see what happens. That being said, I believe that's all I have this week. In theory, we were gonna play a game tonight, but I don't know if that's gonna happen now. Just because I gotta edit a podcast and you gotta edit a podcast.
True, yeah.
So maybe tomorrow. Maybe if like you guys got nothing going on your Fridays, because normally you do. You just hop on for a minute and we play what game we were gonna discuss, but we won't just in case.
Yeah, let's hold it because that'll be fun. That'll be a fun stream.
It'll be a good stream, I think, more than anything else. Because in theory, the chat can like vote who's gonna win. That's the only teaser you get.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
It's not chess for context.
It's definitely not chess.
We'll play it because it's free.
True, but that ain't what we play.
It's not chess. But yeah, Ant, what have you been playing this week? Since Family Man's been at the top 10. You don't have any chicken though, sadly.
No chicken.
No chicken. But games?
I played
podcast
more.
No chicken, but games? Question mark.
But games? Question mark. They're like, what? People read that title. Like, what the hell are they doing week to week? I played more of that time spinner game I've been talking about. Really getting into it. It's really fun. I don't have a lot more to say about it. It's opening up more. The story's opening up more. I just side quests now, character quests, along with the main quest. I'm like, oh man, this is way more fleshed out than I gave it credit for. It's really dope. For those who haven't listened to the other ones, like Metroidvania-esque game, it RPG elements, leveling and such, weapons, armor. Like it's really fun. And if I could somehow dig through this house and find time, I would love to stream it just so people can see it, because I've been talking about it week to week.
Yeah.
Really good time. That's all I played though. Like, I'll get in like bed and like before I fall asleep, I'll just play a little bit of that.
All right.
It's been like my book in bed before I fall asleep.
I don't understand people who can do that. Can't read a book.
You can't read a book before bed?
No, books are dumb. You need a little fucking flashlight just to read your book. It's
There
dark.
you have it, kids. Books are dumb.
Yeah, books are dumb. Copyright. Little symbol after that.
Fast forward to some random kid in school just throws his book at the teacher. Like, Save Before Quitting said books are dumb.
Yeah, exactly that. Oh, man.
The teacher doesn't give the reaction you think they're going to give. The teacher's just like, wait. Chris said that? He's like, yeah.
Shit.
Like, she runs out the door. You just hear a car peel off in the parking lot.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just adding these little instances in, so later, whenever you find time, you just have things to animate now.
I don't know about that. Oh, God. I got to get back to that. That was like such a simple thing I did, and I just stopped because,
The show grew into bigger things.
True. But, yeah, man. So last week you didn't play anything.
I didn't.
When we kind of introduced a little segment, slightly, that was, what did you add to your wish list this week? Did you add anything new to your wish list on Steam?
Did I?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Let me look.
All right.
Almost forgot about
While that is happening, I'm gonna look and see. We got news in the Discord because I don't remember things.
We do the not to give away the Discord. I mean the Discord. Not to
Give it away.
The news.
Get everybody in the
everybody join the Discord. Not to give away the news, but the Suicide Squad stuff.
Yes.
I don't think I have anything new in my Steam wish list.
All right. Well, then it's time.
Oh wait, I added.
Never mind. It's not time for the news. Fuck you. Wait a second. Be patient, bitch.
Devolver, that game that's supposed to be coming out this year, the Plucky Squire with the
All right. Yeah.
storybook, but Zelda-esque, I think.
I think I have that on my wish list as well.
I realized I didn't
Devolver,
have
I
it,
do.
so I put it on there.
Yeah. I feel like any Devolver game I just toss in there and then I just wait for a sale. Because, like, while I love Devolver and I would love to support them with all the monies, monetarily, I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't.
You know, like, I can't just be like, oh, yeah, $40 here. Oh, you released another one because you're a small studio that has a bunch of other smaller studios that publish through you? Hell yeah. Money. Like, I can't do that. It's too much.
It's not fiscally responsible.
Yeah. I'm not fiscal.
Fiscal and Ebert. That's me and you.
Oh, man. Well, the news. I don't know what the first story was. I think the last one we talked about was the D&D open game license last week.
Yes.
And that Kamen Rider little kind of looking mobile game one. But I did post some videos regarding Universal Hollywood because that's the only place it's open. But Nintendo World.
I've seen so many videos of Nintendo World at this point that I sort of feel like I've been there.
All right. I've seen.
I can't wait to go.
Yeah, the Mario Kart ride. What were your impressions from that? Like, just like I didn't watch more than the TikTok that I posted. I think there's like full ride playthroughs as this point. But I have opinions.
I feel like I don't hate it. I just think after I watched it, I was like, well, I guess what else could they have done? Like, how else could they have made this without it being physical go-karts on a track and you around your people who you came with, and because you obviously couldn't throw actual shells at each other, so they had to find a way to implement that part of it.
In my brain, I thought it'd be cool if it was like, Test Track at Disney and Epcot. I thought it'd be cool if it was like that, where like the inside Like there's like an inside building, and then there's like that wraparound if they could, build it. 'Cause, I mean, they're also building on like fresh land in my mind, so it's like you could do whatever the fuck you want. You have open canvas. Like if they did like one of those outdoor wraparounds, and that was like Rainbow Road, in like the inside area, even though it's a little bit slower, it's more about like the show and whatnot that's going on, but you're still racing another car in my mind. So it's like you with 5 other people in one car, 6 people in the other car, and then like each of you has a different button in front of you of like items or something. And as the ride goes through the level, you'll see like, Donkey Kong show up on his cart and like do something over there. And then fucking Luigi goes through and spins out on a banana and shit. Cool. And then there's item boxes that you like drive through, and it's random every single time the thing goes around with the race. So, each person would have a different item at their seat that's in a button in front of them. They would push it to like try and slow down the other car. And if they do it quick enough, that would like, affect who wins the race. And then you do the Rainbow Road outside really, really fast, and then one of the cars wins.
But okay, that would be dope. But how do you implement that? Like, there's too many variables, like without them having to put it on a track.
I just want them to literally copy and paste Test Track and just reskin it as Mario, pretty much. And then put buttons in there, which is just...
It works.
The buttons don't do anything. Like, they don't, like, actually, like... There's a banana on the track, but it's like you hit the button and then it's like the other car, since they have trackless systems now where they could just make the cart like spin around, like do like 360s for like a second or two because the banana was hit by the other car or some shit like that. So I don't know. I'm not an Imagineer or whatever Universal Hollywood has as an equivalent, but I thought that'd be a better option than this because this is like very slow.
Somebody hacks the screen on the cart, and so you just get all red shells or blue shells or superstars.
I dig it, man. I think that'd be cool. It'd even be cooler if like someone got the squid and you hit the squid button, the other side of the track just goes, all the lights completely go out so they can't see shit on the ride.
That'd be great. Yeah, because if it's so randomized, that's why it's kind of weird, because then if everybody gets like a blue shell, does everybody stop?
I wouldn't put a blue shell in as an option. It would literally just be like green shell, red shell, but those would do the exact same thing. It would just make a car stop for a second and like jolt forward and back. Banana, make the car spin around for like 1 to 2 seconds. The squid one was kind of a joke, but I guess we can put that in there. And then mushrooms. That's like, those are the items that I would have. It'd be like a single mushroom in one seat and then the triple in another. Yeah. So like one person would hit that and then the other person would go like, and it would be like, and like you like get pushed back for G-force and shit. So that's what my brain would do. But
it's crazy because they would have to put a cap on the speed it could go, because
it would still be going slow like in this video throughout the whole ride, I think. But I think the items would affect the indoor race, and then once you reach the end, as you're about to go into like the outdoor Rainbow Road track, that's like you both line up evenly, and then you just launch, and whoever had won the race from using their items effectively or some shit, that would be the person that would win Rainbow Road at the end of it. It wouldn't be like the cars are really racing, guys.
Right.
But
but see, with that being said, I think there should be 2 attractions then, 2 Mario Kart. One should be this, where it's just like you're getting the Mario Kart experience. You're seeing all the locations. You're seeing the ghost house and the beach and the Mario circuit and
Luigi's
Rainbow Road.
Mansion. I'm sorry, not ghost house. It's Luigi's Mansion.
Let me tell you something. First 2 Mario Kart games, it was called the Ghost House. There was no Luigi's Mansion yet.
It's been made canon.
It has been made canon, but I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I know you know what you're fucking
God damn it.
Listen.
Anyway, that didn't look right.
You motherfucker. Not in person, so you can't do the Homer strangle on me.
Strangle you, yeah. See, now the people know that I strangle you. Now it's a hazardous workplace.
Technically. Oh man. Did you watch the other video that I posted about the hat on the burger?
Yes.
I kind of want to do that. Like, and here's the thing. if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the Discord and scroll up to 113 where I posted this TikTok. I don't even want to do this and send it to anybody. It's for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just it's a me thing. Like I'm not even trying to be like, hey, how you doing? And then send that. I'm literally just like, this is funny.
The dude in the video you sent looks like Mario.
I don't want to play
the mustache
audio.
and everything.
Yeah. He does look
which
like
makes this like even crazier.
It would have been better if he ended the video, let's go.
Brad, is that you?
It's better. It's Brad.
Let's go.
But yeah, Super Nintendo World's open. There's tons of videos online. Go watch them. There's really cool food items, merch, and shit. And the rides, obviously. So go check it out.
Yeah, boy. Next up, this was probably the biggest news thing. Well, no, there's another big news thing that happened that's not in here that I read earlier today that I'll talk about.
Okay.
Suicide Squad has its pretty much a lot of assets leaked. So the game menu, which mentions battle pass, loadout, and mission-based structures. It'll be games as a service with the battle pass, like I just said. I'm just reading all the posts we put up here. In-game currencies, and then it was cleared up. They said some context this morning on the leaked Suicide Squad image. This is by Andy Robinson, who I think works on the game. Mm-hmm. The battle pass is for cosmetics. The currencies are character XP, and characters don't start off debuffed and weak. Now, I know we had a conversation about this in the Discord, but what do you think about these leaked assets from Suicide Squad?
So, me personally, I'm not a huge fan of the backpedaling that they did, saying that the images were fake at first and then coming out and then they're not fake.
I didn't see that. Somebody said they were fake.
Yeah, like the people who were working on the game came out saying that all the leaks that you're hearing about are fake. Like hearing about the leaks before the pictures leaked, and then the pictures leaked, and then they kind of just were like, oh.
Whoops.
Oops. Like, yeah, like what the fuck are you gonna say to that? Yeah. But the thing that's annoying to me with their statement is like they're like none of the currency actually is like pay to win type shit. But there's so many different currencies at the top of the screen, and I've seen games like this before in the way they do this. Like the way that they're laying this out, there's going to be, I believe, some sort of pay to win thing. It's not going to be all the cosmetics in my mind. Mm-hmm. It feels very Avengers to me. It looks very Avengers to me. Not to say like that's the worst thing in the world, but it's one of those things where if you see what a game did and failed at, don't even be remotely close in my mind. And then also, I don't think a battle pass makes sense for this game. Like, I don't know how to, like, a battle pass with cosmetics is going to be that big of a deal for this. Like, there's like maybe 3 or 4 outfits for each character that I could be like, sure, give me that. But other than that, it's just going to be like weird color changes, maybe emotes, and like that's not worth it to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm very in between on how I feel about this game.
I saw a tweet after this that I kind of related to. It was just like he was like, call me old or whatever, but he was like, this shit is like a lot of current gaming is so exhausting. Like it's like what happens to getting a game and it's just like the game. Like every game has every game's either open world or game as a service with currency and or skill tree or mission. Like he's like, what happened to just getting a game and you're just this is what we gave you, this is the story, and you just play it and it's over. And I felt him on that, but then you know, I guess you can call us the gaming reporter in me was like, but I get it for current gaming because everything's the internet now.
True. So
it's almost unavoidable to just have a game you bought and you just have this experience, this unique experience, not unique experience, but this experience that kind of belongs to you in a way.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I'm I'm also just not. None of this looks great to me as well. The UI looks like shit. I'm sorry. Um,
I'm looking
like
at
it's super busy. It looks like fucking Call of Duty Warzone
it does.
pre-game lobbies. And then I also don't understand, and this is just me speaking, like, doesn't make sense. Every single person in this picture has a gun.
Yep.
And like,
And that's not
that's not their thing.
Yeah.
like King Shark has a like heavy machine gun. And then fucking Deadshot makes sense. Cool.
He makes sense to have a gun.
Harley Quinn kind of makes sense to have a gun. Kind of. Captain Boomerang.
Boomerang's in his name.
Does not make sense to have a gun. Like, I'm so confused at, like, I remember we saw like a clip of gameplay a while ago, and it was like way before it got delayed, even like when they showed that. But like, I don't understand what this game is anymore. Because like, if these guys all have guns, is this just like a third person over the shoulder shooting game where you play PvE shit? And then like your abilities are based around the character? Like, hit L1 after your 10-second cooldown and you can swing up Harley Quinn's bat and home run a monster out of the fucking multiverse. I don't know. That sounds comic-y. And then like Boomerang, like he should be fighting with boomerangs exclusively.
Yeah.
Like
everybody doesn't need a gun. Everything doesn't have to be a shooter. Like, and then I'm really dissecting this now because I didn't really take the time to like dissect this screenshot.
Yeah.
It really does look like Warzone.
Yeah.
It has the pages at the top, like loadout, battle pass, social.
Looks, I guess, just like the skins, but like it's one of those things where I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I thought this would be like almost like an Overwatch to me in my brain. Like the way I'm looking at this, it would have been cool if like you have King Shark. King Shark is the big tanky person on your team that's going in melee attacking people. That's pretty much all he's doing, but he's taking a lot of the shots and blocking shots for you because he's a shark. He's got blubber. He can absorb this shit. And then you got Deadshot that's like kind of in the back sometimes with a sniper, but also can do close range stuff. Then you got Harley that's a close range and a mid range with a pistol. So she's close range with a bat or hammer and pistol. And then the Captain Boomerang, who's like the exclusively close range character with one long attack with his boomerang, throwing it and it coming back to it. That's what I thought. But now I'm seeing him with a fucking Mac 10 variant. Like,
it's really weird.
Why? Why does King Shark have a gun?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't want to say I'm down on it because I'm getting this game. It's not changing. I need to play this game because DC games to me have always been good, no matter what it is that I've played for context. I haven't played some of the old ones, but DC games of like current stuff, they always hit different story-wise. Injustice 1 and 2, phenomenal. Gotham Knights, I believe, phenomenal. The Arkham series, phenomenal.
Great. I truly trust Rocksteady. It's just that, you know, what are we looking at right now, Rocksteady?
I don't know, man. I also don't know if like this is gonna have like longevity either, to the point where I'm like, there's no reason to have a battle pass for this game because it's either just gonna be the story entirely, or what's the one game mode where it's just like constant waves coming, like a Call of Duty Zombies type situation.
Yeah,
where it's just like whatever the enemies are, just keep coming. You have to survive, and that's it. Like, that's the only things that I think this is. And those games, I don't think make sense for a live service situation, you know?
Yeah.
But that's just me. I don't know.
Well, I guess until we see more, this is what we have.
Yeah.
I want to stay optimistic. I really do.
I'm just in the middle now. I know I'm gonna love the story no matter what. Even if I hate the game, I'm gonna love the story. Same thing happened with Avengers. Love the story, hated the game.
Like, I'm torn because I feel like it will be fun.
Oh yeah.
Just don't think. I feel like it'll be fun, It's just not the game we thought it would be.
Yes. 100%. Which is fine, but you know, there's always going to be more DC games because that's DC just hits well when it's not movies. You know, like any other form of media, DC is just like knocking it out of the park. Animation, cartoon,
animation for sure. That's what I was about to say. Unless it's an animated movie, because if they animate anything, it's amazing.
The animated movies, really good. Even some of them that I'm not a huge fan of. And then the fucking cartoons, the comics are better, and then fucking the video games are better. Like, here's the thing. I will say that the video games are better because the only one that I think can contest with Marvel is Spider-Man at the moment. That's about it. So, while that's very good, DC's still kicking your ass in the video game department, Marvel. Yeah. But,
what do you mean, Chris? Midnight Suns is out.
Midnight Suns is good, apparently. It's not to the level of the Arkham games.
I know, that's what I was saying. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
It just went on sale on Steam, too. It's like $30-something on Steam, I think.
I'm going to go on Steam later tonight. But yeah, that's about all that we had in the Discord besides the last story that I just posted today, which you were like, what the fuck to in Instagram when I sent it over to you. Biker Mice from Mars, which was an old like cartoon, right? I think back in '96, is going to return with a new TV series and toy line.
Now, nostalgia is making me be like, that's dope. Then logic comes kicking the door down like, wait, what? How beloved was this? This is just something you remember from being a kid.
True. I saw a lot of these in like toy stores and stuff. Like I see them every once in a while.
I remember the packaging and everything in my mind. Like I remember what these look like. And like if for instance, I know the little antennas on the head. I remember the toys you could push the antennas down, up and down. Biker Mice from Mars, for those who don't know, derived from like the Ninja Turtle craze. Once they got big, there was all these mutant animal teams out of nowhere. So Ninja Turtles came out. Then they made Battletoads games started to come out. Then you got Biker Mice from Mars. You had Street Sharks, like, and there's more. Like I could list them, but Samurai Pizza Cats, like there was just shit that started coming out that was, man, the Turtles created like a lane for all this shit.
Oh yeah. 100%.
So when I saw this, it was just like, oh man, but then I was like, wait, did you like that? I think you just remember that being a thing. I honestly couldn't even name you a character from Biker Mice from Mars. Remember the toys though.
This came out when I was 1, so I had no connection to this whatsoever, besides like seeing one in a toy store every once in a while, like loose in a fucking Ziploc baggie, like nothing at all to like distinguish what it was. Like my brain was just like, the fuck. Yeah,
and I think I was there and was like, the fuck. But hey, another one, more mutated animal teams. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Street Sharks was pretty cool. I remember Street Sharks.
Vin Diesel, baby.
That's right. that came up recently on some timeline. All right, next. Where is it at? Microsoft has confirmed layoffs.
I saw this on Twitter today. I didn't look into it.
On Wednesday, Microsoft claimed cuts were being made in response to macroeconomic conditions and changing customer priorities. Now, if that ain't no business talk, I don't know what is. On Wednesday, they confirmed plans to lay off approximately 4.5% of the U.S. technology giant's 220,000 person workplace. So they laid off around 10,000 people. Ironically, the cuts arrived 1 year to the day after Microsoft announced its intention to purchase Activision Blizzard for $69 billion with a B dollars.
Not nice.
Not nice. According to Bloomberg, Bethesda Game Studios, as well as 343 Studios, which is the Halo people, the company behind 2021's Halo Infinite, were affected. In addition, Microsoft's HoloLens business and some engineering divisions are also reportedly part of the cuts. Now, while that sucks,
That's so many people. That's insane.
so many people. There were tweets coming out where people just saying their hearts are heavy. I can't believe this. I woke up. I'm fired. Blah 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 blah.
That's crazy.
I bring this up to say, obviously, this is big business. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying this isn't the first time we've seen it, and I doubt it will be the last time we see it in gaming.
Yeah.
What I don't like about this, and though we make jokes as gamers who have like faux allegiance to other consoles,
Yeah.
there were people on Twitter being really shitty about it. Like, yeah, I see PlayStation's better. Xbox lost all these. It was just like, what? 10,000 people just lost their jobs.
Listen, man, I am not shocked in the least bit. Not that it's comparable to 10,000, but it happened with G4 last year. Same exact thing. After the Frost thing happens, everyone just wanted their demise to come sooner and sooner. Layoffs happened, and then the whole company was shut down, and there were people just like in the comments like, good. Like celebrating the fact that this new G4 is gone, without even understanding, all these people are losing their jobs and their livelihood, living in probably one of the most expensive states to live in. So
terrible.
I'm not shocked at all. Like here's the thing. The video game community is a good place to be in if you find your right pocket. If you find your pocket, and not necessarily say stay there, but if you find your pocket of people and like your community there, it's good. But the overall community, like if you were to just like take a census and take whatever the biggest percentage of, a lot of the people in the community are shitheads and the worst type of people. And that's fine.
Without a doubt.
But I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I want to say that they're the minority, but also like, I don't know if they are.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Also, I'm reading, another report from Lords of Gaming claimed that 343 had suffered a significant number of layoffs across the company, which are allegedly heaviest towards individuals working on the single player side of the studio. And we already know Xbox is hurting for some single player shit. So that's crazy. Journalist Jason Schreier corroborated this claim, stating that several employees had indicated it had been hit hard, quote unquote. Kotaku also claims to have confirmed that a number of developers at the Coalition, the Vancouver, Canada-based studio formed by Microsoft to develop the Gears of War series, are being laid off. Some former employees have already posted to social media and confirming they're being let go. So that is nuts. And this isn't like Xbox or Phil Spencer, just to make it crystal clear, firing their workers. It's Microsoft, the umbrella, just slashed 10,000 jobs.
That's always where it comes from, man. Always at the top, people who don't know what they're doing.
Right.
Which causes more issues to happen.
But I saw people on Twitter like confused by that. Like, well, why would Xbox fire all those people? And I said, no, it's not Xbox. It's Microsoft.
That's because a lot of people just think they're one and the same for some reason. They're just like, oh yeah, Microsoft is Xbox. Xbox is Microsoft.
Right.
Like, no, Finkel is not Einhorn. Sorry.
Winky.
You know.
Right.
But I don't know, man. It's hard to say anything besides this sucks.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that lose. Like, I felt the same way when the G4 thing happened. Like, I was like, this just fucking sucks. Like, but besides the fact that I am no longer getting the content that they are providing, these are all people that are just fucked now out of nowhere.
Right.
And seeing the amount of numbers that they had, which was already too big for their britches for what they were trying to do, compared to this, like Microsoft cutting 10,000 people, that's I don't know, man. That is a bit much, in my opinion, humbly. But
yep,
I don't know, man.
it's crazy, man.
Don't be an asshole on Twitter, people. Fuck you.
Please don't.
People lost their jobs. How would you like it if you lost yours? Think about what you say before you say it. All of those.
No, that's hard to do for you people.
It is hard for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But dude, gotta do.
I did. Is Riot Games a part of Microsoft?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm not a good at I remember studios slightly okay, but I can't remember like the lines and like the yarn that like is tied up on a cork board to connect one to the other. I can't do that well. The only one that I got going good in my brain is Insomniac and Sony, because I'm just like, they're good and they'll always be good.
I think they are. I think they were acquired. The people who make League.
I don't know. I would say maybe Microsoft, but I don't know about Xbox. Like, is that the thing that they could do? Like, Xbox isn't
I think their games are just on, I think their games were just on Game Pass. They partnered with Microsoft.
Partnered with Microsoft, but not under Xbox.
I think so. Wait, here we go. Wait, that doesn't answer that. Apparently, everything I keep reading says it's just a partnership.
Yeah.
Anyway, I bring them up because they also had layoffs
today.
Riot Games. This was all coming from Video Games Chronicle, by the way, for listeners. This was posted today. Riot Games has made layoffs across several departments. The company has eliminated 46 jobs in a round of cuts. Riot Games implemented a strategic shift within a few teams to sharpen our focus in a number. This is a quote. Focus in a number of areas. With these shifts, certain roles were eliminated, impacting a total of 46 rioters. A spokesperson for the company said, "This is part of our normal course of our business. We periodically make changes to our structure and our teams." Wow, that is a loud ass ad playing in my ear out of nowhere. "This is a part of our normal course of business. We periodically make changes to our structure and our teams based on what we believe will allow us to deliver the best content and experience for players. We never make these decisions lightly and will always start from a place of waiting to retain rioters and have them focus on our highest priorities. While that's not always possible, it's our goal." So the League team at Riot, not the League team specifically, but the people who make League, Riot Games, has laid off 46 people. What is going on? So now that it was Ubisoft having their issues, Microsoft and Riot Games.
Yeah. Shit sucks, man.
Yeah. Shit's wild right now.
I feel bad because I feel like I should say more, but like that's I can't. My thoughts are just like, that sucks. Like, yeah. I'm sure that Twitter will do its job, and a lot of people that did lose their jobs will get new ones from people who actually, want to help and whatnot. So, yeah, hopefully that is the case.
I think that's the news, man. I don't have anything else.
All right, well, that's the news. Next up, we have our comment section, which we got over on our Discord podcast questions. You can ask questions over there for us to answer weekly. We also answer questions from the email, but we haven't gotten any there yet. And we have, I think, one.
We do?
Yes, we have one from Uniga. What's something annoying that consoles do that is actually pretty minor? Theirs is when PlayStation sends emails thanking me for a purchase when I download free things like Netflix.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one, and it happens every time I get the new games of the month for PlayStation Plus, and it pisses me off. I'm like, you guys are giving this to me for free. Mm-hmm. Like, there should be something in your programming saying like, oh yeah, we don't need to send an email for this because it's the free games,
They just like, thank you for spending no money on us.
Yeah. What else is something minor that consoles do that pisses me off?
I don't know.
It's because you don't play your console.
I know I don't spend enough time with them to be annoyed.
I have something. The Steam Deck.
Oh shit! What was the update on that?
I forgot to bring that up.
All right, we'll bring that up now. What happened?
So I had a Steam Deck issue the other day where I would hit the power button, it would go like the normal noise. White light would come on, and then the fan would start going, but no display whatsoever was happening. I would touch the haptic feet, like the keyboard, like the touchpad, Johns. Where the mouse is. And it would do the haptic feedback of like you're rolling it around like and shit. So I was like, what the fuck? Happened for 3 days straight. Contacted Steam support after going through every single thing that people said on both Reddit, the Steam forums, and then Steam support forums, because apparently they're separate, I think. So I'm going at it, trying to fix this. Nothing's working. The fan is just blowing cold air for like 12 hours straight while plugged in.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't fully turn it off at all. So I'm just like, I'll hold the power button down for 10 seconds because that's the full shutdown, I think, amount. And it'll just repower back up, cold fans going. So I just let it go for like a solid, probably more than 24 hours and just let it blow cold air. Well, it was like put on my like pillow or some shit and just let it sit there over the course of the day. And it finally stopped. I noticed that it stopped. I'm like, the fans are off, whatever. And I plug it in. And then I hit the power button. Bloop. Screen comes on. All the usernames from the people that family shared from and myself are there. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, what was that?
What the fuck was that? Now, this is happening the day after I've sent my Steam support thing in. And their suggestion to me was, you're not plugging it in correctly.
What other way?
And I was like, I'm sorry. What are you speaking to me right now? Mm-hmm. So I read the explanation further because I was just flabbergasted from the first part. And they were like, make sure that you're using your Steam provided power brick. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Then they're like, make sure you try other outlets. Maybe you're not getting enough electricity from the one that you're getting. And I'm like,
that still would not answer what your issue is.
Exactly. And I'm like, well, I did that. It's not that. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Next. And they're like, how about you try a different cord? Like, maybe don't use the Steam one. After suggesting to use the Steam one and make sure to use the Steam one.
Don't be a dick. Use the Steam one.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
So, and the funny part was I read this as it was turning back on. Like, I got the response, I got done work, and I was like, now I can finally check out the Steam support message. Come in my room, I look over at my Steam Deck, display fully on, and I'm just sitting here looking at it, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Right. And then I read the Steam support thing, and I'm like, you contradicted yourself. You stupid bitches. In the same message.
In the same exact message.
Like, they were bullet points. Like, those three things were bullet points. It was like, this one, and this one. I'm like, you can't contradict one bullet point with another bullet point. That's not how this works.
Yeah, no.
So,
it's sure working. To use your given power brick. Later, it's like, try another. Later, meaning 2 seconds later. Never mind.
Yeah.
Forget it.
But that's a thing that happened to me. It's not really an annoying thing that's pretty minor that happens. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. PlayStation 4 kind of annoyed me a lot when it came to like voice parties and stuff. And it's kind of more annoying on PS5 because instead of just making parties that are like there and not there anymore, now it's rooms. Like you make like a practically like a lobby and it stays there forever.
Yep.
So if you make a party, like if you and I were to make a PlayStation party together, that's there. But then if, you don't go back and join that party that already exists and you make a new one, there's a new party and then you can just keep stacking them and stacking them, and the PlayStation doesn't tell you.
I still have a party from when this show was 3 hosts.
I might actually. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while.
I still got a party from when we all did Avengers. We did that on PlayStation, right? Or did we chat in the Discord? So. Now I don't remember.
That might have been in game because I think one of us was on Xbox.
Okay.
I don't know who though.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But either way, I was just like, bruh, why you gotta do this to me? Why you gotta make rooms and shit?
Why you gotta be so rude?
Yeah. I literally have a room now with the haptic guys that the name, because you can rename the parties, that says, stop making new fucking parties.
Nice.
So like whenever I like get an invite, it's for that party to join that. And I'm like, of course. Cool. Got it. I will make sure not to do that. And then I'll have to manually do it myself, but it's time, man. It's
very much so.
Yeah.
What do I think is annoying?
You played all of the consoles, so you could go through like a list.
That's why I'm trying to think of. Okay, I got a couple.
Start at the beginning.
In the beginning, we had to blow cartridges.
I didn't mind that. It was just weird because I didn't mind having to real quick and then it works because it worked every time.
It wasn't annoying. Well, you know what? NES days, that shit ain't work every time. That was new.
Oh, really?
Slightly new technology. Like it was, you'd blow and it wouldn't work, and it's just like, what? I did the thing. And it wouldn't work every time, but that's not even my annoyance. I'm in Dreamcast. For those who remember the Dreamcast, the memory cards were little, pretty much mini game screens. There were like a little screen on it, a little D-pad and buttons, and they were called VMUs, visual memory units. And when the battery died, you just didn't have it, and you should be able to take your memory card out and play on the VMU. Like certain games would give you like little mini games to play on there, or you could read off what's on your memory card, or there would be stats if you're playing like NBA 2K or NFL 2K. It was dope. It was pretty cool. And when you had it in your controller while you played the game, it would be like a display. Like if I'm playing Sonic Adventure, you would see, like, it would just flash like the different characters or your ring count or something like that. It was pretty ahead of its time, honestly. Now when your battery died and you couldn't take it out and play it, it would still get power if you kept it in the controller and turned on the console.
Okay.
But when it powers up for the first time, there's this very loud beep, like it's really loud digital beep. So
that sounded like a very loud digital beep from how high your pitch went. Your microphone could not handle it.
I can't even do it as loud as it actually is in real life. One day you come over here, I'll plug in my Dreamcast so you can hear it.
All right.
So why is Romeo barking?
You heard the beep.
He must.
It was like a dog whistle.
There we go.
Hey, we should do a podcast.
We should one day. It makes that beep every time you turn on the console. Every time you turn on the console.
So if you try to like play that like late at night.
Oh yeah, everybody's hearing that shit. Like it's not loud enough. Like if I'm 2 floors down, you'll hear it. It's not like that loud, but it's loud enough to be annoying that every single time you turn this console on, you have to hear this high beep noise as your VMU resets and starts up again.
I like smother it with a pillow.
You gotta put that thing under the couch. So that was one thing.
All right.
The Game Gear, Sega's first handheld, took 6 AA batteries if you didn't have a battery charger pack thing.
Damn.
So and it didn't last long. So if I put 6 AA batteries in it and I'm
just suck that shit out real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to like my grandmother's house or something like that, and I want to take my Game Gear with me. By the time I leave my grandmother's house, that thing might be
6
dying.
more batteries.
Yeah.
God, damn. That's crazy.
Back in the day technology, man. And there was no and that's back in the day when you couldn't like save. There was no memory in that thing.
It would just die.
So if it's dead, you just lost. everything. So I'm playing, I don't know, some game, and games were hard as shit back then on the Game Gear.
Oh yeah.
So, like, I had like some Sonic game on the Game Gear. It's hard as hell. So like, imagine me, I'm just playing while I'm out where my parents are at a relative's house, and I'm just like, oh, I've never seen this stage before. I've gotten farther than I've ever gotten. And when you would know it was dying because like the light would blink, the red light, the power light. And so then hours are going by because I'm just on my grandmother's couch, just fucking going ham on this Game Gear. And of course, from the corner of your eye, you just see like this flashing light, and you're just like, no. And you don't even want to look at it. Like, I don't want to accept that this is.
If I don't look at it, it's not real.
And it's not like gaming now where I could be like, okay, pause. Like, I can shut this down, plug it in, it'll charge, and I can start back up from where I sit. No, once this battery dies, that's it. There's no solution. I can't even plug in a battery pack while it's dying. Like, it's going to die.
So could you even beat games then, technically?
Yeah.
Or did you have to like speed run shit?
They sold an adapter. So like before I got that though, like I had to get that eventually, but initially. And then
you want to beat a game, kids? Buy this extra thing.
Also sit next to a power outlet while you're playing it. But at the same time, it was like, sometimes when you're leaving, you don't want to take all that shit. Like, I don't want to, like, the Game Gear was already like almost the size of a Steam Deck, but I'm also like a little kid. So it's always that size and games and the adapter. And I'm 7. Like, the fuck, I'm not carrying all that shit. And I'm
7.
I'm not carrying all that shit with me. So it was like, well, you just have to go out knowing this is what you're dealing with. Or I take a fucking adapter. And back then the adapter wasn't like, you know, I have the brick now, but out of it comes a small little plug. No, it was a giant fucking brick ass adapter with 2 prongs out of it to go on the wall. I'm supposed to put this giant adapter in my fucking Levi's.
I feel like you lived through the Great Depression of video games. Like,
those were the days, man. You know how good it felt when the GBA came out and it was the SP and you could charge that shit? For me, that was like a new frontier. I was like, we can charge it?
Yeah. I did miss the batteries, kind of, if I'm being honest, though. Like, I liked the idea of being able to charge and also have a battery. Kind of like a cell phone, you know? Because that was around the time that I still had my GBA and was still playing the fuck out of it when I got my first cell phone. I'm like, okay, well, I can plug my cell phone into the wall and it charges, or I could have a backup battery that I can just the thing off the back and put it in. Easy peasy, and it's good. So I was like, why is that not a thing in gaming, you know? Like, especially Game Boy, like Advance. I was like, bro, like, just let me plug it into the fucking top and just...
Yeah. By the time we got to get GBA, there was no excuse. It was like, why doesn't this charge? At that point, everything charged. Like, well, way more things charged at that point.
Yeah. Did you have any of the accessories and shit for like the GBA? Well, no, GBA didn't need... It was backlit, right? GBA was?
GBA SP
it wasn't.
Became backlit.
Because the what's it called? The GBA was like this, like the rectangle, right? And then there was this fucking like thing you put on it. It was like this fucking contraption that like zoomed in on the
magnifying
screen.
Glass with the light in it and everything.
And the fucking light was like this disgusting feeling stretchy thing that you would have to fucking like, and then like, dude, I would play with that in the car and shit, and I'd have that on, and I would still not be able to see, and then a street light would go past, and I would just be blind. It was like flashbangs in fucking Pokemon, dude. It was crazy.
There was something about those little, like you said, those flexible lights that came out. Yeah. That while it gave you light, it wasn't good light.
No, it was terrible.
It was like light that it didn't work well with the screen that you had.
Yeah.
So it
was so harsh. It was just like an LED with nothing covering it. Like they could have put like a fucking piece of rubber over top of it to like disperse the light and diffuse it a little bit. But they're like, nah, fuck you. Here's just a fucking a glare on your screen that you paid for.
For people who need like context as to what this looked like, it was like
a pigtail.
No, but the light. It was so bright on this small screen and so close to it that it immediately just made your screen reflective. So like while I can kind of see the game, I can also see what's behind my head because it's showing me behind me.
Double duty. You get a rear view mirror.
Yeah.
Why are you complaining?
Like
How
for those
dare you?
listening, look at your turned off phone. You can see your reflection. That's what you saw in the screen with the light on.
True. That is very, very true. I'm surprised there's not like an old scary movie that used that as like a jump scare, you know?
The reflection of like your phone or something.
Yeah, like reflection of like your Game Boy Advance. Like, oh,
That'd be nice.
playing the games, and then like the killer is right behind you. He's right behind me, isn't he? And then you use your Game Boy to see that he is.
Killer just goes behind you like, that light is trash.
You're never gonna win that Mario game. Rips out cartridge.
You catch a Pokemon, he's like, who's that Pokemon? You're dead.
You scream no at that pitch, and he's like, oh no! My one weakness, the sound of the game. Not Game Gear. What's the fucking thing?
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast coming on. My joke was ruined by my bad memory.
He knew my one weakness.
My one weakness was the Dreamcast. His trauma from when the Dreamcast came out because he never got it.
Exactly.
But he's heard the noise. My neighbor next door had it. He's the Broly of the movie where Kakarot was crying the whole time.
Exactly.
And it was just the Dreamcast turning on in the other household. But he never got one.
I'm gonna turn the Dreamcast on, and we're somehow gonna make that into a TikTok or something, just so people who don't know can see it.
Oh man, I would love that with like the Dragon Ball Z meme behind it.
Because you're gonna hear it.
Little ant in like the fucking in your house playing your Game Gear, and the neighbor next door, just some random kid. And as adults, you're both swole as shit, and he's like, Anthony! And just keep saying your name while throwing green balls at you.
Stop it. It's not funny.
The legendary gamer.
What else was annoying to me?
The Wii U gamepad.
The Wii U as a whole.
You know what annoyed me that was minor? The for the Wii, the extension piece. That thing.
Yeah.
That annoyed the fuck out of me. Like, why? That didn't help. I remember you couldn't
play certain games if you didn't have that.
Yeah, and it didn't feel like it did anything different. It felt like it was just like, hey, extra plastic. That's it.
It was the Wii U Motion Plus. No, the Wii Motion Plus.
Yeah. I don't think it did anything that was like worth a damn, to me at least. But especially since like the way that the Wii works, it doesn't make sense because it's just an infrared light, like that's telling the console where to put your shit.
Yeah.
What does this little thing at the bottom do? I'm not a scientist, but still.
I remember you needed that to play
Wii Sports Resorts.
I didn't even have Wii Sports Resorts.
You had the sword game in that. You beat the fuck out of people.
I think it was Zelda, but I remember getting the game and being like, and the game telling you need this extra piece. And me, I think I was in my apartment at this time, and I'm just like, so like, it was nothing worse than like settling in for the night. Like I didn't even have on like go out clothes or anything. I'm settling in to play this game, and it's like, you need this little stupid thing. And I'm just, it's one of those like, slowly get up, put on clothes. Now I got to go to like Target and get this little dumb piece.
Yeah. So dumb. I hated that shit. I don't know if there's much more else that was like a minor thing. I have a lot of like big things where I'm like, I hated the controller. Like,
well, yeah,
I don't like the N64 controller at all.
That's valid.
Personally.
That's valid.
Yeah. I feel like it was a controller made for adult hands, but even the adult hands had a bad time using it, if that makes sense. Like, it's just built for bigger hands, and the market is children.
I think
so.
They just went way too left with that controller, and it was just like
literally because you hold in the middle and you can't reach the left side. It's way too left.
Literally, there you go.
Literally,
I think they just tried too much. That's why the GameCube controller was it was way better. It was such a return to form.
I wish I played GameCube, man. I never had one.
GameCube controller was great. Oh man, I guess we can wrap. I'm just rattling on at this point in gaming history. Um, even the new consoles like PS5 and Xbox Series X, like I don't hate it, but I guess like sometimes if I leave it on the input that the HDMI is in for either one of those systems, and I turn on my TV, automatically turns on the console. And I think you can take that off.
I was
But
gonna say because mine doesn't do that. I have to like manually turn it on every time.
man, if I have it plugged into the right thing, it'll just turn on automatically. And I'm just like, I wasn't trying to play that.
Could that be your TV technically?
Probably, I think because this is a Samsung TV, so I think it might be a Samsung thing.
Might be a smart TV thing. Because I'm using computer monitors for my PlayStation, and that I like switch it to HDMI. And it's like there ain't nothing happening, bitch, and just switches back to fucking DVI.
You're off the hook for now, PS5 and Xbox, but
but sure Samsung, we're fucking coming for you.
We're coming for you. Rip this TV off the wall. I will never do that. I guess that's it.
I think that's all we got. Yeah. There's a new Patreon podcast today as well. If you didn't get enough of this stuff, we did the tier list of Cartoon Network.
We did.
Yeah.
Fun ass time.
Hell yeah. We have a bunch lined up for the last Patreon podcast of the month. And then also, I think we discussed the 29th will be, if you'd like to be the highest member of Patreon, when we will do our live show where the live people come on and talk to us live on Twitch. YouTube technically, but So, the other ones we got coming are some superheroes and supervillains, Marvel and DC, but we're not just doing that. Like, oh, who's the best or whatever. We're going to head to the chat and we're going to see who gives us the best suggestion in the Patreon channel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be which superhero or supervillain, random situation would win a pickup basketball game or get the best groceries or fail a history test, something like that.
That'll be
and we'll take whatever one we like the most and do that whole entire tier list about that. We got, more gaming related Mario games, Mega Man games, controllers, Nintendo franchises, and that's about all we got. Yeah, so we'll do that for the last episode. And then if you have any suggestions for some, let us know in the Patreon channel as well.
Please.
That's in the Discord that everyone should be a part of, even if you're not a patron.
Even if you're not.
Yeah. You can find how to get to that Discord and to the Patreon through any of the links in our social media bios, which you can find at savebeforequitting over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Hitty.
You can gang.
Also, I should say this every week. It's in the description of the show every single week. All the links are there.
Down below in the dingle hopper.
Right there. Down below. You know what I'm saying?
What you're looking for is right down there in the description of the video.
In the description of the video.
I didn't say that, but I should have, and I'm sad. I'm sad I'm not as funny. Shit.
What?
Gonna make a TikTok.
You're plenty funny.
I wasn't funny enough for the description.
Description, yes.
Podcast title.
Nah.
Can't.
Nope. Not gonna work.
If you'd like to get your description, subscribe to our Patreon.
Sub to our description.
Yes. Also, savebeforequitting.com, where you can pick up some merch options for you guys. We got Bitch Made. We got us as Sonic characters. And we're trying to figure out some more stuff. I don't know. I got to draw some stuff. I haven't drawn anything like related to us in a bit. So, got to do that. Maybe we should use that one drawing that I did of the skull because I called it Off the Rails.
Oh, I did see that.
And just like release it. Just
no, like you called it Train of Thought.
Yeah, or Off the Rails. I didn't know which one I liked more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
I didn't see the or.
It could be Off the Rails if we make merch of it.
True that.
If I can make some fucking money on it. $3 a shirt.
Is there a train game besides Choo Choo
Charlie? Thomas and Friends. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Technically, it's a train that's on a roller coaster.
I was trying to find a game where you could parody the artwork and it'd be off the rails.
Let me see if there's a a train related video game. That's what we have technology for.
Zelda
Train
Spirit Tracks.
video game. We got Train Simulator Classic from 2009, Train Simulator from 2001, Microsoft Train Simulator from 2001, Tracks the Train Set game 2017, Train Sim World 2018, Monster Train 2020, Resident Evil 0 is on this list.
Game?
I don't know, but it's there.
I don't know.
Pocket Trains.
If you believe in your heart, it is.
Railroad Tycoon. Bounty Train.
Bounty Train.
Not really good train games out there, guys. Let's get some more train games.
Here we go. You just got to mock this one. I'm about to put it in our Discord.
The Legend of Zelda Spirit.
What was that noise again? Make that noise again.
Listen, that could work. I could do that. I could do that probably. I like the actual logo more than I like the drawing, if that makes sense. Like, I like that logo a lot. But yeah, man, that's our podcast. Before you get a train ran through you, make sure you always save.
Leave that train. Save. Quitting. Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Oh, bye everybody.
Listen, I always got to look for a fucking segue, and I'm like, we're talking about trains. What the fuck can I say here besides this?
Before you're gonna train ran through you.
Before you run a train on somebody.
Yeah, right?
Man.
Trains.
Before you train, Ing Day.
Before you train your dragon, ladies.
I didn't know. I really was just like, oh yeah, the movie in my head the whole time. And then you said ladies, and I was like, oh. Shit. Description. Get it? Full circle.
What are we even doing?
I don't know, man. It's a time. We gotta edit this shit now. I might play Overwatch still tonight, and it's 10:30.
Listen, it's fine.
I should go to bed. I should go.
I need to eat. Like,
yeah, you should definitely do that.
Those gods don't want me to have chicken in my life.
God damn it. Oh man. Well, I think it's time to end this so you can go. Do you want to make? I was gonna say so you can go get some chicken, but I don't know if that's the thing that you actually want now because you didn't get it.
Well, now I have a taste for it. I think I got something upstairs. We have chicken at home.
Nice.
There we go. Full circle. That's what you sign up for.
Yeah. We have chicken at home right there.
Oh,
I just got the blackened chicken tenders from Popeyes.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm picking up that it's good.
So,
all right. All right. I'll take all right.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Listen, if you put enough Chick-fil-A sauce on it, it's good.
Okay. I get what I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
I got Chick-fil-A sauce upstairs.
Hell yeah. I have like 18 packets.
We bought the like full size squeezy Chick-fil-A.
We had that for a while, and then my mom stopped buying it. And like I just don't see it when I go ever to the grocery store. Mm-hmm. So whenever I order delivery from Chick-fil-A, I always put in my special requests, I would like a weird amount of Chick-fil-A sauce.
A weird amount?
Yeah. And I verbatim do that. And then I always end up getting like a shit ton or like 2. And I'm like, my odds are getting really well if I just say this. Because if I say a lot of Chick-fil-A sauce, they'll be like, oh yeah, here's 3. That's a lot, right? And I'm like, but if I say a weird amount, then they're just like, oh, fuck this guy, set him up for life. Because I give him a good laugh.
I've multiple times I'll have I'll get Chick-fil-A like at work, right? Mm. And I'll always be like, give me in the description, like you just said, 2 barbecue sauces. Mm-hmm. I need 2 because I'll get like 2 things and I'll have 1 for each.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because I'll get the regular amount and I'll get like 2 extra. Mm-hmm. And it's always a gamble if they actually give it to me. There's been multiple times I get it and I just not there. I'm like, I never change the order. It's always like I have a saved order like on the app.
Yeah.
So it always says it. And there's been multiple times where I just didn't get it.
Damn.
Fast food doesn't like me. They don't like giving me things that I'm
To be
specifically
fair,
asking for.
my body don't like fast food.
True. I guess it's a good thing in a way.
Yeah. I'm starting to want to wean away from it a little bit, but Grubhub's just so nice, you know?
It's just so convenient.
That's how they get you. Convenience.
It is.
It's also annoying because it's always at the top of the app too. It's always like fast food here, and I'm like, what if I want like good food? And then you go to the healthy section. It's like not in your area. Fuck you.
Or if it is in your area, it's like $27 delivery fee. Like what? Yeah. Where's this coming from?
I don't know, man. I mean, I get it, but it's like we have chicken at home.
We have chicken at home. We got chicken at home.
I think that's the end of the podcast.
That's the end. Anybody still listening?
Long ass post credit scene. Damn.
Anybody still listening? Check your freezer. I'm almost positive you have chicken at home.
Check your freezer
before you think about pressing on your phone. You got chicken at home.
But that's a good podcast title.
That's going to be the title.
We've got chicken at home.
We've got chicken at home, or you got chicken at home?
It'd be we've got chicken at home. Because that's like what your mom would say. You'd be like, we got food at home, or like we got chicken at home. But if you go, we got chicken at home, and then you just make it about fast food, like it's just like a food podcast. That would work.
That works. I like it, and that's what we'll do. And if you're still here, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You got nothing better to do.
Nothing better.
Go get a train run on you, for fuck's sake. I'm not even laughing at my own joke. I'm just laughing at your reaction specifically.
You're going to need some chicken after that train. You'll be exhausted.
Got to keep up the protein. Although you might get some.
You'll get some in a train.
That's the end.
It just depends on what end you get it in.
Just don't get it in the caboose.
Oh! Ooh, ooh, ooh.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording now.
Oh, man. Everything hurts. Bye.
Yeah, that one was a good one. That was a good caboose and such.